We did a lot today, and I don't remember
Okay.
the order.
Oh my gosh. February 5th, 2023. The end of Sunday. Today was another busy day. Today we got up and did the breakfast thing like we always do. Listened to some sermon on the old TV down there. Had our normal cereal and eggs and orange and melon and, oh my word, stuffed our faces.
Hello, it's me from the future. The little tiny microphone that I'm holding is about to go out, so the audio is going to get a little choppy, but stick with the video. It's a good one. There's a lot of good content in here, a lot of funny stories to tell. Just bear with me. This is the one video where the audio just went completely horrible. So next week and for the following weeks, you will have good audio. This one is a little bit rough, so fair warning.
Then we headed off to church, to the Nazarene church in town. Got to see the new building. Today was a little bit of a shorter sermon, surprisingly.
We went to Sunday school with kind of just us.
With kind of just us, yeah. And it was really awkward because we were like 8 rows back out of like 11 or 12 total. Okay, so Sunday school was from 9:15 to 10, and then at 10, the full service started. And that probably yielded 20 people, if I had to guess. We had a few hymns that we sang, offering, and then we had probably a message for 10 minutes.
So good works we can produce. So good work we can.
But it was purposefully short because they were installing 4 new elders or board members or whatnot. So then once church was done, we left and went to a birthday party for one of Grandma's cousins that she just met within, I would assume, the last year. She found them in Patchacan. Drove all the way out there, which was only like 20 minutes, but 20 minutes on very seedy roads. So essentially, my interpretation of it was we've been in the city here in Curazao every day now, and we really kind of went out to a suburb, more rural area. Very rural. It's what America would call the sticks, really. That's what I would equate it to.
It's like going to Snohomish.
No,
Just kidding.
not even close.
Like the bush.
Yeah,
Pass through.
what they want to call it. Well, we passed through Shebe, which is a small town. 100, 200, maybe? I don't know. I don't know anything. All I know is I passed the sign and we went through it, and that's a word that's been a buzzword in this family for 20 years. We took pictures next to the sign. That was entertaining. So enjoy that. And then also I forgot, before we even got to Shebe, we went and got gas,
Oh my gosh.
which Jordan thought was hilarious because we literally pulled into somebody's backyard and they
Pops,
got...
just go up there and take a left and go through the arch.
Jordan's left.
Go
Firework action.
through the arch. And then we go through the arch and just pull up to the left. And we pull into somebody's backyard and just park there. And then some guy comes out with a big old tin bucket and he looks at the car and he kind of saunters over and gets gas. And then he just tips it and fills it in. And I'm like, is this rocket fuel? Like, what are we actually putting in this vehicle, right? That was one of the more bizarre things that I've noticed here. Yeah, that was
Two
confusing.
buckets.
Not a whole lot of gas stations in town. It's more or less stuff like that, especially if you want a better price.
And it's gas on a budget.
Gas on a budget. It's gas that they bring in from Mexico. And I think you buy it in 5-gallon increments. So we bought 2 5-gallon orders or whatever, 10 gallons essentially. And that was $112, I believe. $56 American. So pretty expensive. I mean, you're talking over $5 a gallon US for fuel. But yeah, that was fun. It reminded me of being here in like 2003, and I went to get gas with Grandpa at one point. We pulled into the same exact thing, not in that town, but it was somewhere out here in Curazao, back here, and they had run out of the 5-gallon jugs. So the kid, he was like 18 maybe, is literally siphoning fuel out of a bus. Like the tank in the bus was chock full of fuel, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna sell this. So he's literally like sucking on a plastic hose, trying to siphon it out of the gas, and he's getting gas all over his mouth, and it's just crazy stuff. Then we went to this birthday party. We're not even to the birthday party yet. So we get to the birthday party in Patchacan. This is Grandma's cousin.
Grandma met these people by accident,
Correct.
right? She met one of the sons and said, "Oh, we're related."
Yeah. So we're at the husband's birthday party. He's turning 66 or 63. We never figured it. 63. The joke was he was 36 because they just flipped the numbers. But just like immense amount of hospitality. They were extremely generous with food, stories, entertainment. I mean, it was really good food. There's literally a wood-burning stove outside that they cook on. I mean, it's a different experience. Different way, for sure. So we had nice chimole is what it is, but what did she call it? I can't remember what she called it. Relleno, which is basically the same thing as black soup, but it's got the eggs are scrambled in this version, and there's meat and spices mixed in with that scrambled egg.
Yep.
And then you also still have the stewed chicken mixed in with it, or the just the chicken, I guess, mixed in with it. It was really good.
You know, with tortillas.
Immense amount of tortillas that she had, and they were like steaming hot out of a cooler. Oh my gosh. So, and we were starving because even though we had an enormous breakfast, I don't know why, but I was starving.
But he eats it up.
It was so good. So we had relleno, and then they had big old things of soda. Delicious. I had orange Fanta. I think Dad and Jordan had Cokes. Nice cane sugar Cokes. And then shortly after, we received caramel apples, which were delicious. And then to top it all off, then there was birthday cake at the end. So we were just like balloon animals sitting there, like just, I was stuffed.
Cooking in the sun.
Oh my goodness. But it was a good time.
Yeah.
All told, we were probably there 3.5 hours-ish. The sun did get hot at points, but their little portico thing was pretty nice. It's hammocks in there and a bunch of chairs. Dad had brought a bunch of goodies from our goodie stash. So he brought purses and makeup mirrors, folding mirrors for all the ladies. And then he also gave a little gift to the host gal, because she did spoil us quite a bit, and that was a big gift, really, when you think about it. And then, yeah, so all the ladies loved the purses, and all of a sudden, there were like 5 people under the portico the entire time, and then all of a sudden, goodies start coming out, and like, all of a sudden, there's 20 people under this portico. I mean, it was like Jesus feeds the 5,000. It was like, what are we gonna? Do you have enough purses? And somehow he did. And then
it was good.
It was good. He brought like 15 or 20 of these things, so everybody got a little purse and a mirror.
They were happy.
The guys got flashlights and pocket knives. The kids got fidget spinners. It was a good time. They were digging on it, so that was fun. But yeah, this guy farms. He's got a farm. He's got 114 acres of farmland, and he only harvests 20 of them. But clearly, that's enough work for him.
That's a lot of work.
Right when we were leaving, he was literally harvesting pinto beans. And so he had this big tarp out, and they're just going through each strand one by one and picking out all the pinto beans. Like, I get that in the U.S. and most countries, honestly, they have equipment to do all that type of work, but man, the amount of work that goes into getting food in countries like these is just insane. So
I don't know. That's what pinto beans get.
appreciate the farmers for sure.
It's crazy. Pinto beans get a different look when you see pinto
Yeah.
beans.
It's wild. Really nice
Nice
kids.
family.
Yeah,
Good pictures.
good family. Took some pictures. We'll put those in here. Then we came back from that, and then we... What? Is there something I missed?
No, there's so much.
Yeah, there's so much. We came back from that, drove back home, and then we went out to the dock again because we were going to buy tickets for tomorrow's ride, which is at 7 a.m. So we got to get there a little after 6. So we wanted to kind of guarantee a spot and make sure the timing was right and everything.
Walking to the dock, go get boat tickets for tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah! What no?
Yeah, you fit in here a hell of a lot better than I would have thought.
They were all closed, so that was a bust. But we ended up meeting. We met some couple on a motorcycle. I don't know who they are. The same pastor that was at church that's apparently preaching next week was out walking around, so we talked to him. There's no stranger in this town. There really isn't. What did you just say? So,
They look like Dien Bien Phu.
who is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, that's from Vietnam.
Oh, communist from Vietnam. Okay. You just described something.
Yes.
You made an analogy and then said, I don't know what that is. So that was funny. Okay. He does look, is he Vietnamese? Do we know that, or is he Chinese?
He's Chinese.
Oh, he's Chinese. Okay.
Chinese pastor.
So fast forwarding, we're at the dock, we're walking around, and then we wound up meeting a friend of Grandpa's that he used to be in politics with, whatever I used to be in politics with means.
UDP.
UDP, what does that UDP stand for?
The Democratic Party.
The United Democratic Party. This guy was apparently, Richard, was the mayor of Curacao for a year. I don't know when. But he has a nice property right on the water. Nice yard. We met their dogs. His son Richard Jr. went to school with you at the Methodist school
Yep.
for a couple of years. So played soccer together. So Dad got to reconnect with Richard Jr. We tried and chatted with them for 45 minutes to an hour. Jordan found a picture. He took a picture of a resting hummingbird.
Okay, Richard invited us in to show us the hummingbird nest.
Pretty solid picture of the hummingbird.
Yeah.
That was cool. They had 3 dogs named Belize, Tequila, and Whiskey. And Whiskey was a 2-month-old little, just a fluff ball. Great looking dogs. And dogs that are getting fed dog food. I mean, just, I don't know. They had a nice setup there on the water, that's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, did that. Then we tried to find meat pies on the walk home, but struck out. Sunday night's hard to get food. Walked home and came up here. We packed up for our trip tomorrow. So tomorrow starts bright and early. Anything else for the day? Any part of your Sunday that stood out?
I don't know if we have a picture of her, but I did point out to Andrew at one point that one of the women that was being put into the board looked like the Oompa Loompa
You're such a savage.
from Willy Wonka, and when I pulled up a picture, it was all I could do to not bust out during church.
Yeah, he decides to show me the picture during the quiet part of church. So thank you for that.
I really hope that he has a picture that we can
Well, yes, arguably yes, she did kind of look like the Oompa Loompa from Willy Wonka. But he tells me that while we're like mid-prayer. I mean, it was like totally just at a terrible time, but it was funny. And surprisingly close. Okay. Anything else from you? Something good about somebody's disappointing?
Full day. We had a good church service. Lots
Yeah.
of good people.
That was the first time I think we've gone to church here that it wasn't less than that it was less than 3 hours. I can remember Grandpa's sermons, which were lengthy.
Okay.
Nothing else? All right. Good night. God bless. God bless Belize. Get home safe.
any more balloons, shoot them down.
Yeah, the balloon came down today.
Can we stop on the way home to get some food?
Do you want to get
You should have said that before we left. He's caught in there pretty good.
Alright, okay. Okay, guy. Alright, pull it out. Pull it out. Alright, there you go.